Go where no one has gone before. And a trail will be left behind. Between the sounds of bombs,
It's never known. No matter what happens, never stop. Al Jazeera.
Well, in Gaza now, we're joined by Hafizur Rahman. He works with an aid organization, actually the president of Al Khidmat Foundation in Pakistan. He's been working on getting aid into Gaza from Egypt. Good to have you with us here in the studio. So, first of all, since the killings of some of those World Central Kitchen employees or personnel, we heard Israeli officials talk about how they're going to make changes, they're going to open up more crossings. Is sufficient aid getting into Gaza right now?
Thank you very much. I don't believe that sufficient aid is getting in. You know that at least 500 trucks are needed on daily basis. Since war, they are along only 100 or less than 100 trucks per day.
Still, that's the situation.
Yes, still.
Right.
I heard that on Tuesday, they allowed more trucks, but this is not enough because only 20% of food is going in as per their need. So this backlog is increasing on daily basis. So a huge crisis is there, especially in the northern part of the Gaza, where we can say that around 350,000 children are malnourished. And out of them, 50,000 are severely malnourished. And 30 had been expired so far because of the lack of food and clean water. So this is a big crisis, and especially in the northern part of Gaza, we need to secure that the food should reach there and the hot meals are served there because they don't have the houses to cook the food even. So this is a big, big challenge. And you know that during these 6 months, 20,000 females have given birth to the 20,000 newborns. Both are suffering from malnutrition. They are deprived of medicine, deprived of food and clean water. They are at the verge of death. So this is a big challenge.
Very serious situation. Has it become any safer for aid workers since the killings of the World Central Kitchen personnel? There was, again, Israeli officials were talking about making changes in some of their operating ways in order to ensure that aid workers are safer. From your perspective, do you feel safer? Do your crews feel any safer?
I was in Cairo for the last 4 days, and I met with the workers who came from the Gaza. They said that there are certain changes because the forces are withdrawn from certain areas, and especially from the Khan Yunis, they have withdrawn. So the things have changed to some extent in certain areas, but the other areas, still there's a huge problem that the aid is not reaching, especially the northern parts are fully deprived of these things. And I can see the very queues of people who are looking for just a bottle of water, drinkable water.
And we saw yesterday a statement by Tess Ingram from UNICEF talking about how convoy she was in coming under fire. Things like that must make you worry. You know, all of this is, this was happening yesterday after the killings of the World Central Kitchen staff. Yeah. Very worrying about how safer it really is for aid workers.
It's never been the safe till now. And it's a big challenge to work there. The people who are working there, they are always, they're facing a lot of threats, and a lot of bombardments are still going on, and the life is threatened.
You mentioned malnutrition. When famine sets into a population, how hard is it to counter that, to undo that?
It's very, very difficult because, look, the people are not getting the water, clean water. They're not getting enough food. And on the other hand, they are getting various diseases and they don't have the medication. They don't have the medical facilities. You know that 32 out of 35 hospitals has been demolished. So the doctors are very scanty there to providing the medical facilities. So you know that more than 10,000 cancer patients are now deprived of medication. And similarly, thousands of people who are having the renal dialysis, they no more they are getting any renal dialysis. All chronic diseases are not treated because no medicine is there. And similarly, more than 11...
So what does that mean for people? They simply die?
Yeah, of course. And 11,000 injured people, they should be evacuated. They are seriously injured. They should be transferred to the tertiary care health, hospitals. But they are still waiting for there to die even. So their wounds are being infected. They don't have medications. And this is a huge crisis in the medical field also. Because their ambulances are destroyed, hospitals are destroyed, and doctors are not there. The WHO started sending some teams, EMTs, but it's not sufficient. A lot of teams has to be sent, and also supplies of
It's a
medical.
very critical situation. All right, thank you so much for coming in and talking to us.
My pleasure.